Just Being Me podcast. Your girls, Margot and Mary. As long as you can find someone else to blame for anything you are doing, you cannot be held accountable or responsible for your growth or the lack of it. Sunbear, that's by Sunbear. People of color must stop blaming everyone else for their current conditions in the world. We cannot forget our history. We cannot forget the past. We know there are forces that oppose us, but because they oppose us does not mean they have won. We must stop believing what has been said to and about us. We must take full responsibility for how and what we are. Many people of color are afraid to look at the lessons we must learn from the past. If we do not learn the lessons, we will continue to repeat the class. We have a reason to be angry. We have a reason to be afraid. But there is absolutely no reason for us to remain where we are. When we want to rise, we will. When we are ready to grow, we can. The only thing holding us in place right now are the things we do not do. If I continue to blame them for where I've been, I can only blame me for where I go. Yeah!
Oh, wonderful.
I like that. I like that.
That was really nice. That was really nice.
Mm-hmm. And of course, that was from the book, The Acts of Faith, Daily Meditation for People of Color by Iyanla Vanzant. And that was for April 1st. April Fool's Day, y'all. It's April Fool's Day. Oh, my God. You know what? On my black calendar that you got me, it don't say nothing about no April Fools because we ain't got time for none of that. Okay? Don't be fooling us.
I was just getting ready to ask you, did anybody try to pull an April Fool's on you today?
No. They better not have. No, we don't play that. We don't play the April Fool's stuff. That's not even on my black calendar. Like, we don't celebrate that. Okay? He gonna be, we gonna show you an April Fool, all right. You want to play games.
Okay.
Okay, y'all. Hey, y'all. We here. Welcome to episode 89 of the Just Being Me podcast. We want to thank you again for tuning in to our podcast. As you heard, Miss Mary is here on the box. Hey,
hello.
Hello. And we want to say, hey, y'all, to everyone that tuned in last week. Please continue to spread the word to your friends and family about our podcast. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Castbox, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, Deezer, Podcast Addict, and Amazon Music under podcasts. That takes all of the air out of me. All right.
But you do it so well.
That's the only thing I seem to be able to read straight. So jump right into our weekend. What you do this weekend, Miss Mary?
I came home from vacation.
That's right. Welcome back. She was here on the box, but she was like somewhere else.
Yes, I came in from vacation.
Yes.
And what did I do when I got home? I rest. I just kind of, I don't travel with dirty laundry, so I didn't have to worry about my laundry. I just unpack, and just kind of lazied around and missed my dog a lot and showed him a lot of attention. And that was basically it. On Sunday, I just relaxed and got ready for the work week. And that was it. So I didn't do anything. I had a couple of books that I had purchased, and I got into one of those. But that was basically it. I just kind of put my feet up, and I just rested until Monday. Time to go to work.
And we missed you at work, so I was happy to see you live and in person at work.
Well, it feels good to be missed.
Yes, of course. Yes. Oh boy, I didn't do well. we did pastrami on the run on Saturday. We had a couple of orders on Saturday, which is great. We take what we can, and every week we've been having just spurts of people still wanting our pastrami, so that just keeps us going.
And that's a good thing.
That is a very good thing. We're so thankful for all the support. Speaking of pastrami on the run, so we sent out a couple of weeks ago. I actually need to mail out my t-shirts before they be like, So a couple of weeks ago, we did like a little quick campaign because we are going to be moving into our cloud kitchen, ghost kitchen really, really soon. I've been working on that this weekend and this week, getting all the paperwork that we need to get started. And we did like this really quick campaign a couple of weeks ago where we was asking our friends and family to send us, whatever. It don't matter. A penny to $1 million. It don't matter because we need to get like our pans and pots and stuff like that. So every little penny counts, and I want to shout out to my sister. She gave me money. My cousin gave me money. My nephew, my nephew, my guy's nephew, which is my nephew, he gave us money. My other cousin, Regina, gave us money. My mom and dad, Denisha. So we got a couple of people that hooked us up, and I really do appreciate that. So anybody who gave us $20 or more, we're sending them a Pastrami on the Run t-shirt. So they got a little something for helping us out. We got to get some things. Like we got all the seed money of, just landing the place. So now it's like, okay, we new to this. Well, I've never worked in a restaurant ever before in my life. Like, I can't carry my pots from my house to this place. I can't be like, okay, let me take the pots and pans. I was like, we got to get pots and pans and rags and all this other stuff. So we making a list, and we're going to, closer to when we get in there, we'll start going shopping and stuff for that. So thank you all for your support. On Sunday, so we shut Pastrami on the Run down Sunday because we were going to Palm Springs with a couple of my guys' friends. But that got canceled. We were going to go ride the quads and all that stuff out there. I was going to be at the casino. They was going to be riding. I already made my plan. I was going to the casino. So I didn't mind going. But it got canceled because when they got to the location where they were going to do this quads and all this other dirt stuff, they were turning people away because they were full to capacity. They didn't have like reservations or whatever. So I was kind of happy because we weren't on the road already. We were still local in LA. So I was like, okay, cool. Thank you. Okay. Thank you very much. I was like, well, maybe we should just go to the casino. But they were trying to figure out other things to do. I was like, forget it. I just want to go eat some really good Chinese food. Can we go do that? So we found us a really good Chinese food place. We sat outside. It was a really nice day. And we enjoyed each other, enjoyed the food. We drove around and we came home. So that was a good Sunday for us. Yeah.
That's cool.
And then I got my shot. I got my second shot of the vaccine today.
Yes, you did.
Yes, it was great. Again, it was very organized after one what do you call it? A faux pas of some directions. But I don't think it was the people's fault. I think it was just, I don't know. I'm not blaming the people that work there. But once I got to where I was supposed to go, it was no long line. I thought it was going to be like another long line. No, it wasn't a long line. Went down the street up to the church and got all the way up to the church where I could see it. And that's where they stopped us and they let, amount of cars go. Then they stopped the amount of cars go. Got the shot. Sat there for 15 minutes. And then, yeah. That's what I said. I thought, the second shot we was going to sit for maybe 10 minutes. We sit for less time.
Was it hot again?
It was 81 degrees. I was looking at the right. I was looking at the little thermometer, and that said 81 degrees. So I was like, okay, I'll have my air on anyway, because I'm not even about to feel none of this with your mask on. So today's the first day, and hopefully, I'm praying. I'm knocking on wood. I'm saying, please, Lord, don't let nothing, I don't want to be sick. It's like the second one is supposed to be the one, if you get sick, that you might get sick on that one.
Right. So if you make it through tomorrow,
I should be fine. Okay. So, half day tomorrow anyway. It's Good Friday, so let me just... Yay! Wait, look. Wait. Here we go. Yay! It's Good Friday. Yes. I'm so happy. Half day. And so put in our little 4 hours, 5 hours, whatever it is, and we out. And then we can start our weekend. So
yes, ma'am.
We will enjoy that. Okay. Let's jump on into... Okay, so let's talk about it. So the rapper Jeezy and the not reality show, from The Real, Jeannie Mai, they got married on the 27th. And yeah, they've been together or engaged for a year to the date, and they decided to get married. They wanted to have like a big wedding with all of their friends and their family. They said they wanted to get married in the south of France or Lake Como, but due to COVID, fancy. Due to COVID, they had like a really small celebration with their friends and their family, which is the reason why I like this story. I like Jeannie Mai. I used to watch The Real, but sometimes they just be like too much, and I'm like, I don't want to watch them. So, but I always liked Jeannie Mai. She was one of the hosts on there that I really liked. She was married to a white guy when she started the show. She was married to a white guy, but she always made reference to black men. She always made references like, oh, he's fine, or he's this, to black men and black actors and black rappers for the most part. Like, she knew all the black rappers. Which, nothing's wrong with that. Nothing's wrong with that. So that's, for her to now marry a black rapper is like, okay, that's really probably what she wanted. She probably really wanted that. But, she made it over and she got married. But I'm glad that they got married. And this is just a testimony to, you don't have to do these big old weddings. You don't have to do a big wedding. It's COVID. You can't have all these people packed up in here to celebrate you. You just can't. It's about you and the man or the woman that you're marrying. That's all it is. You can have a celebration. You can have a celebration a year or two from now. You can have a reception in 2025. We got married in 2021 at the Justice of the Peace, but now since we can invite everybody that we want to come, it's 2025. We about to do that. I mean, what? Your date is gonna be still your date that you got married. So stop. Like Cynthia Bailey from The Real Housewives of Atlanta, which I like Cynthia Bailey as well, but that was one of her storylines, was that she wanted to get married on 10-10-20. It had to happen on 10-10-20. But her husband was like, okay, and if it can't happen the way that you want it, like with everybody here, because that's when, COVID had already started in March. You know, right. So 10-10-20, she was trying to figure out how to get everybody there. And he was upset. The husband was upset. He said, is it that you want a big wedding, or do you really want to marry me? What is it? Because we could get...
She had a big wedding with Peter, right?
She had a big wedding with Peter, yes. So you could...
How many big weddings do you need in your lifetime?
Right.
And they put so much emphasis on stuff that doesn't even matter.
Don't matter. You see, your husband to be is like questioning you, like, what is it that you need to be on a pedestal or shown or whatever it is? It's not that you're going to marry me on 10-10-20. You just want to have a big event on 10-10-20. What is it? And he got genuinely upset.
Put that money in an account somewhere,
girl. But they ended up having a wedding. But I mean, even if his point was, if we went to the Justice of the Peace on 10-10-20, our wedding date would still be 10-10-20. When we have a reception, it could have been 10-10-21 when we had a reception.
Right.
And then you could have had more people there. But they at that time, we weren't tested. I mean, we have vaccines, but they paid to get everybody tested and made sure that they weren't COVID. They didn't have COVID. So, you know, you do what you do. So, congratulations, Jeezy and Jeannie.
I'm glad for her. She was a nice lady.
I like her.
Now, who's on that show now? Because I know the twin. She left.
The twin left.
They wanted to cut her money, so she left.
Oh, is that why she left? Okay.
They wanted to cut her money, and who else? Who else was there?
Tamar was been gone long.
Tamar, yeah, she's gone.
They added.
So you got Jenny, and then you got that other lady that's married to that pastor man or something.
We got Jeannie. You got Lonnie Love. You got
Lonnie Love.
What's her name? Adrian.
Yeah, Adrian is the one that's married to the black pastor. I think he's a black pastor.
Something. Yeah.
He's in the gospel.
Yes.
Something black.
And then Griselle Bouvier from the Jamie Foxx show. She's on there now.
Oh.
I keep saying I'm gonna record it. Every time I record it, I stop recording it for some reason. Just like I don't know. But
maybe you're just not into it.
I'm not. It's not the same thing. I'm a Wendy Williams watcher, and she gives me more than enough than I need. I'll be like, okay, I'm good. I get my hot topics, I get my stuff, and I'm good to go. I don't need to watch all of them. So rapper Sweetie and Quavo had a fight on the elevator like a year ago.
But we never saw it.
No, we never seen it.
But we seen it as yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday they showed the actual footage. And it was a fight. They really did a fight.
I didn't think it was a fight.
Well, they had a pushing and pulling session.
Yeah, she was trying to pull some luggage, and he was trying to get it back, and then he just pushed her off into the elevator wall or something, and she went down to the ground.
Down goes Frazier. She went down. But, she remained with him after that, and now they're not together. Now they're not together, but what she was saying, it was it's a lot more, like, just stuff that she's been dealing with up to the point where she just, like, actually left the man. So, girls, y'all just need to be a little bit more, I don't know, don't be pushing me around the elevator over no bag. I don't know what it is.
And I'm not going to sit and fight you over a bag. If you're leaving and those are your two bags, go ahead.
Bye. Take them.
I'm not pulling and doing all that kind of stuff. No. It's not even worth it. It doesn't even make any sense.
No, not at all.
And it seemed like they rectified whatever it was, and it was like you said, it was a year ago. But I guess LAPD seen that film and like, okay, we want to talk to you guys to find out what went on. But I didn't see any punches being thrown. I didn't see any of that.
No,
I just seen them tussling over the luggage.
Yeah, and
him pushing her off.
She pushed back.
As he was trying to get the luggage. I didn't see any blows. I didn't see any kicks. I didn't see any of that.
No.
There was no Solange going on in there.
No. Solange is a rough rider. She's like,
And wherever they were that night, whether it was Los Angeles or New York, nobody asked for that film.
Oh, okay. I got buried. That got buried. That's the video I want to see. I want to see Shalon. That's my gosh. That is my guy's daughter's name. What's her name? Solange. I call her Solange. Yeah. That's the video that we want to see.
And leave the audio on.
Right, because there was some something going on. Mother is going on.
Oh yeah.
Our president, Joe Biden, is looking at an executive authority to reviewing his executive authority to cancel student loan debt up to $50,000. And this was posted
Joe,
today.
work it out.
Yes,
work it out, Joe.
I would love that because I have student loan. I graduated many moons ago, and I still have student loans. And
right. Barack Obama, he didn't finish paying his off until he got to the White House.
Are you serious?
Yes, ma'am.
See,
That was some serious
That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. For what? A lot of people don't even... I was blessed to go into the career that I have my degree in. Although...
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of people don't. They don't finish and they're stuck with these student loans. So if they can excuse at least... $50,000, that's great. That's
exactly. Great. Absolutely.
Get us out of debt. Get us out of debt, Joe.
Give us the equal playing field.
Yes, here, please. Okay. So speaking of April Fools and the Fools, DJ Quick has said. Now you remember DJ Quick, right?
Ooh,
rapper.
Yes.
He did.
Back in the day, DJ Quick. Yes.
Well, I love DJ Quick. But he posted on his Instagram, and I quote, "I am on my way to the hospital. Someone just shot into my car 7 to 10 times on the freeway. I got hit twice. Pray for me." And then on the next caption, it says, "Oh yeah, April Fools." With a picture of him with his eyes closed. Oh my God. So people are like, why are you playing so much? That is not funny. That's not a joking matter. Because people were sending like prayers. They was like, oh, you know,
right.
I hope you get better. Hope you get better. And then here you go. Why did you do that? Why did you do that?
But that was the first April Fool's I heard today.
That's the first one that I heard when I said it, because I haven't even heard of nobody did no jokes. I ain't seen nothing on TV. Nobody mentioned anything. And that's the first one I've seen. And then he going to talk about getting shot. Which is just ironic that Nipsey's anniversary of him getting shot was this week. So they just like, you know, we just lost Nipsey 2 years ago, and this, you know, his anniversary of him getting shot was like 2 days ago or a day ago.
Oh, wow.
So, no, you shouldn't do that. But he did. He did. That was his that was his April Fool joke for everybody. So hee ha ha. Okay. That's it. That's all I have for Let's Talk About It. You got some stuff in your soapbox though.
Yeah, I just wanted to talk about the murder trial that's going on right now with the police officer. I don't even want to say his name.
Right.
So we know who, with him.
We know who that fool is.
He doesn't deserve all this.
Okay.
He really doesn't. And then it's going to be, you know how we do. We get really into it, and we're watching it, we're listening, and everything. And then when the verdict does not go the right way,
right, then it's just explosion.
It just becomes emotional draining, and then we just pop out.
Yeah.
Anyway, so right now, the trial, it continues, of course. Witnesses are being questioned. They're questioning the bystanders. There was an off-duty EMT there. She was really good. The store employee who said that the bill was counterfeit, they interviewed him as well. And the dispatcher, who couldn't understand, she thought that the tape had stopped because they were like sitting on this guy, So she had called the police officer's supervisor.
Oh, wow.
To say, hey, what's going on, And then also the actual paramedics when they got there. Paramedics got there, and I heard them say today that when they got there, that he was still leaning down on the man, on his neck. The man was handcuffed, and the man was unresponsive. He did not have a heartbeat, nor was he breathing.
Wow. So
and while he took his pulse, and while he was checking the man's vitals, the police officer was still on his neck.
That's so sad. He handcuffed, not breathing, like you still
He's still there.
Ugh.
His supervisor said that as soon it was excessive. His supervisor said it was excessive.
Okay.
Because as soon as he had him handcuffed, that was it. There was no need to do anything. You couldn't in the car. There was no need for you to do anything.
Yeah.
So anything after putting handcuffs on somebody is excessive.
Yeah.
So that made me feel good that he said that.
Yeah.
They did interview his girlfriend too, and his girlfriend said that they did have a drug problem, that with pills, opiates, that they were working on it, and that this is the part that really got me. I didn't like it. So they were questioning her, and they said, "Well, you have a nickname, right?" And she was like, "Yeah, I have a nickname that he called me all the time." It's like, okay, well, what was that? And she said, "Baby." I'm sorry, Mama. And so they were like, "Oh, okay." Because remember, he was calling out for his mother.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yes.
And so they were saying, the attorney was trying to say that he was actually calling out for her using her nickname, Mama.
Come on, man.
So then the other attorney got up there and said, "What did he call?" He looked at his girlfriend and said, "What did he call his mother?" And she said, "Mama too." He said, "Okay, thank you."
Yeah, right. Okay. I don't really think that on his dying last breaths, he's talking about his girlfriend, Mama. He's talking about his mother. His mother. His mother.
His mother. If you on your deathbed, you holler for your mom.
Yeah.
Not you, Missy.
Right, not you. Oh my God. Oh,
okay. And I don't even think she was at the scene.
Oh, okay, yeah, he definitely wasn't hollering for her. He's hollering for his mama. Everybody know who his mama is.
Yeah, and his mother had died a year before that situation.
No, that is definitely. Yeah. Definitely.
So, it's still going on. They think it's going to go on for a few more weeks or whatever, and we'll just see what happens. They're just questioning a lot of people. The one guy that waited on it in the store and thought the bill was counterfeit, he says he feels really guilty and really bad right now.
I know he do. I know that is like hitting his heart like every time he think about it. Like, it all started from here. It all started like here.
And it's I am so glad and I'm so proud of the witnesses and the people that they're interviewing, because they are not being shook. Okay. They are telling the truth. They're telling what they've seen. They're saying how they felt, and all that. So
good.
I'm really thinking that the jurors are listening, and hopefully all this stuff helps. But they said that this is not the first offense for this police officer choking somebody and putting his knee on somebody's neck. He did that to a 17-year-old kid.
Oh, wow.
No, it was a 14-year-old kid in 2017.
Oh.
But they're not allowed to bring that to court.
They're not? They can't? Oh, wow.
For whatever reason. They block a whole bunch of things out.
Wow.
But, yeah, so we'll just see what happens there.
Yeah.
And I just hope everything is comes out in Floyd's, favor, in his family's favor, because we all seen it, right?
Yeah.
The man, those people that were standing there on that sidewalk, all of them had cell phones.
Yeah.
And they were getting pictures from every angle.
Every angle with that man's face on it.
You have testimony from paramedics. You got testimony from an off-duty EMT that went over there to help, and they told her to get off. She said, "Wait a minute, hold on." You know what I mean? I'm an EMT. Let me go over here and check this guy out.
Right.
He's not responsive.
Right.
They told her to keep it pushing and move out the way. And they stayed on that man's neck.
Yeah.
That was horrible.
Very,
very horrible. Enough that. I just wanted to update you on what was happening there.
Okay.
But, a couple of weeks ago, I don't know how long ago it was, we talked about voter suppression that was happening in Georgia. That was passing a law now. That would stop the people in Georgia from voting because they were so upset about what had happened this year with the voting and everything, because they made a lot of changes in Georgia. Anyway, I had talked about some businesses that were sending checks in order to support this voter suppression. And they were Delta, Coca-Cola, Aflac, and there was a few of them. Anyway, so now everything is coming up. And now they're asking for signing petitions. Black business people are getting upset. And they want to hear from Coca-Cola and they want to hear from Delta right now.
Okay.
Because they said we finna protest big time. So, Coca-Cola and Delta comes out.
Okay.
And they say that the voting restrictions are unacceptable. Because they don't want us to stop our money with them. Because it would make a big difference.
Right.
So now the DOJ is upset with Delta because they had to deal with Delta.
Oh.
Regarding some fuel prices. Delta don't want to play.
Right.
Delta's like, we don't care about that.
Right.
We're not paying into this voting suppression of these people here. Especially when you have all these employees that are black. Come on, what are you talking about?
Right.
So anyway, also the Apple CEO, he said that the right to vote is fundamental, and he also said that he believes that the power of technology, it ought to be easier for everybody to vote right now. Why are we trying to stop it and make it so difficult for everybody? Every citizen should exercise their right to vote. What are we doing? What are you talking about?
Right.
So there was an article in U.S. Today, and Stacey Abrams, it was her article. You have to read it. I didn't get to read it, but I heard it was a really good article. She said she doesn't want to protest now. She wants these companies to speak up, and let's see what these companies are going to say first before we do what we're going to do to these companies.
Exactly.
So that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. That means she's being strategic.
Yeah. Let them move first, and then we'll figure out how we
Let's
move.
see what they're going to do first.
Yeah.
Because, we're good at following the money. We'll follow the money, and we'll find out if you're giving any money to them.
Right.
So Microsoft is scheduled to build a hub in Atlanta. So they say right now it's only essential for the business community to stand together in opposition of these harmful provisions and the similar legislation. So it's like they want the businesses to come together against the government that is trying to oppress the voters and suppress the vote.
Right.
So I think that's a good start. But, a lot of people do a lot of talking.
Right.
We still need to follow that money, find out what's going on. And I'm sure Stacey and her team and other politicians there, they're going to stay on top of this and find out what we need to do and how we need to do it. I know that there are a lot of petitions going around to sign and everything like that. But, let's face it, Georgia's really black. You know what I mean? Atlanta is black.
Right.
So how do you think something like this would fare in a state like that? You know what I'm saying? Not only that, that's where Delta's based out of, is Atlanta.
Oh.
Coca-Cola, Atlanta.
Oh, shoot.
So what do you think's going to happen to these businesses?
Right.
And you got Microsoft coming in?
Right.
You guys better do the right thing or you're going to lose it.
A whole lot. Yeah.
You're going to get put out. And with those people being black there, and they don't do business with you, you're going to fall. And you're going to stop them from voting. So, I mean, it's just like, these companies are writing these big checks and everything. And it's just like, Tyler Perry got involved. He was saying it was unconstitutional. He got involved. So, I mean, they're really taking this thing seriously, They need to get that guy, that governor out of here.
Yeah.
That's what needs to happen. And that's why they're trying to suppress our votes and stuff like that, because we're going to vote all of them out.
Right.
And they say Texas is next. Texas is going to become a new Georgia.
Ooh. Y'all better get it together.
Okay, look, we got a lot of these black folks coming up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they not playing.
Nope. Y'all don't want none of this.
They really don't. You know, it's so funny. The companies are writing all these big checks, and they're claiming that they are standing with the black communities. Writing all these big checks,
right.
You know, to stop us from voting.
Right.
And then you get in our face, and then you have these commercials, and then you do this advertisement and act like you're standing with black folks.
Right.
Well, guess what? We're holding it to you now.
Yeah.
We're going to see how much you are.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just so glad that these people are smart, and they're not letting this pass them by.
Right.
And that they're really getting involved. They're going to do something about it.
Mm-hmm.
I signed a petition last night. But, yeah. I don't know how they would even let something like this pass for the simple fact that it's taken us not one step, not 2 steps back, but 10 steps back.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
We came so far. Are you kidding, dude? Mm-hmm. You need to get your ass out of office.
Right.
They need to vote you and put you out of office
all the way
because
up.
We can see what your agenda is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, but I'm glad we got some smart people out there that's working to stop it, and I'm really proud of that.
That's good. That's really good.
That's my soapbox.
That's our soapbox. I don't have a rant. I was gonna rant about food delivery services, but I'm just gonna leave that alone right now because
about what delivery services?
Food delivery services not giving us the right stuff.
Okay.
But whatever. I'm mad right now.
Yeah, I had a bad one today too.
Hey, I just need to get it right. Like, please read your orders. People are depending on if they are paying for a specific item, they want that item, and when they get it and it's not there, then it's not good. We're not at the location so that we can go and exchange it. A lot of these places like us, like Try Me on the Run, are cloud kitchens, ghost kitchens. You can't just go drive it back and be like, hey, my order is wrong, you know. So people just need to be mind these food delivery, and it's a lesson for us too. Make sure you double check your orders and make sure that you are giving them what is on that receipt. Whatever they say on the receipt, make sure double check, triple check your items. Make sure it's right. So on my reality takeaways, I watched The Real Housewives of New Jersey a couple of days ago. Oh no, I think it was yesterday. Yes, it came on yesterday. Anyway, my takeaway from that this week is that I don't understand. They have her name is Teresa Giudice or Giudice or whatever it is. She's been on New Jersey since it began. That's the one that went to jail. And her husband is in
and she has 3 daughters.
And she has 4 daughters, 4 beautiful daughters. Yes. But this episode and a couple of other this season, she's a real big bully. She is a bully. There is a lady on here. I always forget the lady's name because she's kind of new. But she's bullied her. She said that the lady's husband is cheating and did all this. We talked about this before. Well, this last episode that came on, they brought it back up and they were telling her that she was wrong. They were telling Teresa that you're wrong. Like, you need to not be talking about this lady husband, and you got to understand where the lady is coming from. You're talking about her husband. That's just like they say kids is off limits. The husbands should be off limits too, because the husbands didn't sign up. They kind of signed up, but they're not the housewives. You know, they didn't sign up to be this, but they gave permission because they are a part of the show. But they didn't sign up for the extra drama that y'all have to give to make the show keep going. And to talk about somebody's husband, infidelity, like this lady Teresa, if you said anything about her husband when she was married, she would turn tables and do all kind of crazy stuff. So why would you now, this season, you want to be a bully and talk about this lady's husband, even if it is true. That's not your place to say nothing about her husband cheating that you heard. It's rumors. Well, I heard that no. And then so you keep it going. And then so when the lady clap back at her, all hell breaks loose. She mad. Oh, no, you went too far. Went too far? The lady...
Is her husband still in jail?
No, he is in France. They deported him. They deported him. He can't come back over here. And they're divorced now. They're divorced. They are divorced.
Oh, they divorced.
Yep. Her divorce is final and everything. She dating some other guy right now that look kind of like the husband. But you know, it's she has 4 beautiful daughters, like I said, and what kind of example are you setting for your girls to be like this? You are in front of millions of people on this reality show and you're acting very nasty. Her oldest daughter, Gia, she has a really good head on her shoulders. Like, she would tell her mom, you're wrong. Mom, stop.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Good.
But you have these other 3, and even like the youngest one looking at you and could possibly start acting like you, you know, and it's not cool. It's not cute. It's, you know, live your life. It's very toxic. And this lady is so like a wounded bird. Like, she can't take it. Like, she takes all of the words and all the things that Teresa says to her, and then she be like, okay, whatever, you know, okay, whatever. And then she gets built up, and then she'll say something. She was like, oh, like when you was in jail, she said something back to Teresa. She's like, oh, like when you was in jail? You confident like when you was in jail? And so Teresa got pissed off. You over here nitpicking at this lady, picking the scab, and when she come back at you now, it's, I'm leaving. I gotta go. Did y'all hear that? You guys gonna let her say that to me? Look at all the stuff that you just was saying to this lady. Look at all of the stuff you just said to her. And now she built up enough courage to say something back to you, and now it's like, oh, she wrong. So she ended up apologizing to the lady. Because they kept telling her, you're wrong, Teresa. You need to apologize. They were at some Jersey house. So they had 2 houses. They're out on a vacation. They had all the husbands are there. This lady's husband was coming in like the next day. And the lady wanted her to apologize to her husband. You talked about my husband, so you need to apologize to my husband. Because he's going to work and people are like, what is this? What are you talking about? He's like works at some kind of prestigious business place. And now you're doing this rumor mill about him cheating on his wife. And so people watch that show.
Right.
So she was like, well, I don't feel comfortable talking to your husband. But you feel comfortable talking about my husband. You feel comfortable talking about him. But you don't want to say sorry to him. She said, oh, I'll be right there. It's not like I'm asking you to go talk to him one-on-one. I'll be right there. You can talk to both of us. So when he came, and she had already apologized to the wife. So then, when he came, she apologized to him. It was a wonky one, but she's like, you know, I'm sorry, and you know, I just want to move forward, and whatever. And so the guy was like, the husband, because the wife had asked him, like, okay, you okay? You know, husband, whatever, you are you fine? And he was like, yeah, I've been fine. So the husband really wasn't taking it the way that the wife was making it seem. But her feelings were hurt. She's saying that because her feelings are hurt. That this man said. But the husband was like, whatever.
Was the husband cheating though?
No, not that. I mean, it's a rumor, supposedly, or some kind of rumor. Even the husbands have said that they heard the rumor, but they said that they didn't believe it.
Oh, okay.
It's a rumor. So you just gonna take the word of somebody saying that the dude is cheating, and then just spread it around like it's something for real. So I just feel for her daughters that they're watching their mom being a hot ass mess on here.
Yeah, a toxic, big mouth.
Yeah, big mouth is the word.
Show off.
You need to stop. Let's
try to remain relevant.
Yes. Let's please switch the narrative.
Jailbird.
Right. Okay.
And she's been in jail and she's a crook and she's, you know, it's like, shut up.
Yeah, be
How are you
quiet.
going to talk about somebody else? People need to be careful.
Yeah. Because when the tables are turning, they start talking about you, it's a problem. They start talking about your daughter, like the lady made the comment about her daughter. She said, well, I heard that your daughter be snorting coke at birthday parties. And so she got mad when she said that. She said, I use that as an analogy. You see how mad you got and how upset you got when I said that? Because I said I heard something about your daughter. My husband should be off limits just like your daughter should be off limits. If you got a problem with me, deal with me. Say something about me. Don't say nothing about my family. And don't say nothing about my husband, my kids, nobody else. So, we'll see. I hope the narrative changes. I see like next week she's gonna have her new boyfriend or whatever on there. So hopefully she just really kind of pushed that whole thing away because it's so negative.
Oh yeah, really.
Ooh, I forgot. Oh my God, I forgot. Okay. So Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Remember when I was talking about that one?
Oh, yeah.
And it was the lady with the big mouth, Jen, who was being really, nasty to people and talking mess to them and all. She got arrested. She got arrested this week.
Now, which one is this? This
is the one that said that they think that she black. She married to the black coach.
Yeah.
She got arrested.
She's from Hawaii.
Yes. She got arrested for... she owns like a marketing company or whatever, but she been doing fraudulent dealings, and the FBI was looking for her. Yes, they was, and they was actually recording the second season of the show when they came up on their set and told her, "Let's go." So that's gonna be a part of the show.
Folks need to be careful.
You need to shut
Everything
up.
you do in the dark will come to the light, baby.
Yes.
That lady when you least expect it, you got to be careful what you're doing.
Yep, that lady was so nasty. Like I didn't even want to see her back on the show because she was just so well. She probably gonna be on the first couple of episodes, and then she gonna be in the pokey.
Oh my God!
She's out right now.
Her husband? How's her husband?
Her husband. Well, he didn't get arrested. Her assistant got arrested. And then they went to court. And then I think today or tomorrow, they have another arraignment. They had an arraignment. I didn't even look it up because I forgot all about it.
Oh, my goodness.
I heard it. Jen Shaw. Let me see real quick if I can see. Yeah. She said it's charged with fraud. She was charged with fraud. She's out right now. That was on Tuesday. She was running a... nationwide telemarketing fraud scheme. Wow. In a statement announcing charges of conspiracy to commit wire fraud and money laundering.
Woo! Yep. Jiminy Cricket!
Yep. An indictment filed in the Southern District of New York. Wow. Woo! Okay, so she got some explaining to do.
Explaining to do.
She got some explaining to do. So, okay, that was that. I forgot all about that. I was like, what happened? So winding it down to our bullshit and beauty. When I first heard about the Lil Nas X, Satan shoes situation, I was really taken back by it without even really knowing, what it was about. I just visually, when I seen the shoes, they was explaining the shoes. They had blood on the bottom. They had 666 embroidered on the side. It had the devil star pendulum on the top, on your lace. I was just staring at the TV like, what? What is happening? What? Okay, I'm not a Lil Nas X fan. I understand his whole come up and everything. Cool. I don't listen to his music or anything like that, but I don't wish no ill will on the brother. He came out with that song, then he came out and said that he was gay, and he continued the rap and country music and whatever he was doing, which is fine. He also has right now campaign with Logitech, which is cameras, like the camera that I have right now on my computer is Logitech, and it's some really great camera, and it's a really great campaign that he's on. So he's explaining his not his sexuality per se, but how they said that he couldn't make it, and now that it was very inspirational. Every time I would see the commercial come on, I'm like, oh, okay, look at little dude is doing things. That's fine. So when I seen these shoes and this whole a video with Satan and everything, I was like, what happened? Where we going? What's happening? So I was listening to some, because I didn't read into it. I just kind of was done with it. I was like, okay, whatever. But I was listening to a couple of the other podcasts, and they were kind of explaining the reason for the video. So the video the concept for the video was because people, what he's saying is because people say that because he's gay, he's going to go to hell. So instead of saying anything about it, he put it in his music. So that's what that video is about.
That was his prerogative.
Yep, that's what he's talking about. If you say I'm going to hell, well, I'm going to go to hell on a stripper pole with some over-the-knee boots. And I'm going to slide on down. I'm going to twerk on Satan. And we're going to have a good old time down here.
Shut up.
That's what I'm going to do. But that video was so... I didn't even watch the video. But I've seen a quick little thing of him going down the pole with his little booty shorts on or whatever it was. I was like...
Woo. Are you serious? I haven't seen a video in so long.
I know. I didn't even know they still made video. I was like, honestly, did not think. I was like, that's a video? And then Satan is down. So right before Mary and I came on, I was like, oh, well, let me look and see what this says. Because it says that Lil Nas X apologized for the shoes. And so I clicked on it. It said it was going to be explicit. So they show him holding the shoes. He said, I heard you guys are talking about the shoes. And this is what I have to say. And then it flipped it to the video. And it was just like Satan. And he was doing the booty dance on Satan. And I was like, oh, that's a lot. I couldn't even find where to click it off at. I was like, what is happening?
Oh my word.
What is happening? That's just a lot. It's a lot. And I'm not saying anything about his sexuality. I don't care that the man is gay. That don't have nothing to do with it. Visually, my eyes could not take looking at Satan and him twerking on Satan. I don't want nothing to do with Satan. I just don't. I'm scared of Satan. It was scary to me. So, so bringing it back. The beauty is the reason of the video. If you say this dude's gonna go to hell, he said, okay, I'm gonna show you what my hell. If you say I'm going to hell, I'm gonna show you what my hell look like. And we cannot judge any human being. We can't tell nobody where they're going, heaven or hell. You don't know where the hell you going. You judging somebody, telling them because they gay they going to hell. You might be right down in hell. Now I'm not gonna even say what hell, because who's the judge and say where he's going but God? God's gonna say, come on up, or wherever you're gonna go, you're gonna go. So leave him alone. Leave anybody alone. Don't tell nobody where they're gonna go. So he took
and just like you said, people have no heaven or hell to put anybody in.
No.
And who are you to even say, okay, this is where you're going? You have no idea where you go.
Yeah, you don't even know. So stop.
You don't even know.
Stop. So for that reason,
you don't know what kind of relationship they have. You don't know what's going on inside of them.
Yes, thank you. So that's the beauty of Lil Nas X. Now the bullshit of them damn shoes. I can't.
You said they had blood on them?
They have blood on the bottom, like in the bottom of the shoe. It's liquid.
Margot.
Yes, it's too much. It's just, the kids may love it. They might like a Satan shoe because they didn't grow up like we did, and we didn't. I'm not saying that they even worshiping Satan. I just don't want Satan in my vocabulary. I don't know why I'm saying it like that. That's a word that I don't even think about. You know what I'm saying? That's how we grew up. Like it's God and Satan.
Now, how much were the shoes?
The shoes were. Let me see. Because it was a meaning. Let's see, how much were the Lil Nas X Satan shoes? Here we go. He sold the shoes. Oh, there was a markup for $1,018.
Ooh,
because it's the 1018 references. Let me see if they say it in here because I remember. Somebody saying it, but the number 1018 is a reference to something in the Bible of Satan, when Satan was, I think, cast down to hell. So he sold them. Let's see, several of the listings price was at $2,500 to $3,000, like on eBay and stuff, and some were listed at $5,000 to $10,000 on eBay. One buyer asking $4,000 accepted the best offer, the amount of which is unknown at this time. Okay, but he asked for $4,000. Yeah.
So he bought the shoes and now he's reselling.
Bought shoes, reselling them. They said Lil Lil Nas X controversial Satan shoes sold out in under 1 minute.
Woo!
Yep.
That boy was smart, made some money, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then the judge says, you got to cease. You got to stop selling the shoes.
Yep.
He don't need to sell no more. They was $30 a pop.
Yep.
$1,000 a pop.
$1,000 a pop. So the thing is, though, now Nike is suing the actual creator of that shoe because it's a Nike shoe. So they just tricked out a Nike shoe. It's the Nike Air Max 97 shoe, but they tricked it out. They put 666 on there. They put the blood simulation of blood in the bottom of the shoe. So the bottom of the shoe got some liquid moving that's supposed to be blood. They put all of that on there. But,
okay, but see, here's my thing. Let's just talk about that for a second.
Mm-hmm.
You know how we go and we see a lot of people doing a lot of arts and crafts and stuff like that online?
Mm-hmm.
And they paint their Converse, they paint their Van tennis shoes,
yep.
They bring them out,
yep.
You know, and they put, remember when Vice President Harris got elected and stuff, people were painting their shoes and doing all kind of things and stuff. I mean, Converse didn't have a problem. Vans didn't have a problem. Why does Nike have a problem? Because he did some stuff in his shoe.
Well, they're saying that they're having a problem because they're getting backlash of Nike. People are asking Nike, why did you create this shoe? Well, Nike didn't create it.
Oh, okay. So, did you buy it from Nike? You know damn well Nike didn't create it.
Right. It's not the people that brought it. It's the people, them peoples. They like, oh my God, you making a Satan shoe, Nike? Well, I didn't make no Satan shoe. What are you talking about? And then they see that he done sold all these shoes in a matter of a minute. Maybe you should have made a red shoe for him. Don't call it a Satan shoe, but he sold that shoe out for him in a whole minute.
He sold that shoe.
He sold it.
God, he put some paint on it and some numbers and everything. It said $1,000.
Gone.
Wow.
Gone. So Nike is supposedly suing the guy who created the shoe. And then they say the guy that created the shoe could, but I don't know if he is. And I don't even know if Nike gonna even get what they gonna get. Well, anything. Sue Lil Nas X. So that's where it is right now. But,
Nike gonna get mad at that man and tell him to come over there and work with them.
Okay, look. You know what? We gonna sue them, but you can come over here because you sold out the shoes. Okay?
Come on over.
Let us help you. We're gonna make the Jesus shoe now.
You did a good job.
Okay.
You got $1,000 for those?
Yep.
What else can you do?
Yep. They're gonna make the Jesus shoe. They're gonna make it all white with some blue liquid at the bottom. with angel wings on it.
Okay.
Come sell these.
And look, have the little water where you can walk on water.
Exactly. Yep. There you go. See? He was like he went to heaven. So now I have the heaven shoes.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh boy. So we'll see. I'm sure there's more to come of that situation.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we reached the end of the episode 89 of the Just Being Me podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for supporting our podcast, and we will see. I always say we're gonna see y'all. We ain't gonna see y'all, but you'll hear from us next week.
You'll hear from us. Yeah. Okay. You guys be safe out there. Have a good, safe weekend.
Yeah.
Happy Good Friday. Happy Easter. Be safe.
Yes. Bye, y'all.
Enjoy your families.